Hi, and welcome to the Homeschool Family channel. This year for our history curriculum, we decided to use History Quest Middle Times. Since we're learning about Middle Times, I decided to incorporate some fun field trips. At the beginning of the year, we traveled to Poland, so I knew that we just had to go see some castles. I did some research and I found out that there's a castle in Poland called Ogrodzieniec. And while we were there, they had an international night tournament going on. So I just knew we had to check it out. That would be a great introduction for my kids. Right before we start the curriculum, they would have a fun field trip, get excited about castles and knights, and then we would jump right in as soon as we got home. We would jump right into learning about Middle Times. So that's exactly what we did. We went in there and we walked in the castle ruins, we explored it. It was really fun to see the knights actually fighting, where I knew that it's not just for show. I mean, obviously it's for show, but they were actually fighting. It wasn't predetermined who's gonna win. There were pieces of armor flying off of them. It was just super exciting. Kids also got to see a torture room. And now, since we're almost done with our school year, we decided to go on another fun field trip. This time we went on a field trip to medieval times. It was super fun to see the difference between an actual castle ruins versus a modern castle that's just built as a restaurant and a show. Kids really enjoyed both of these experiences. And I'm glad we got to do two big field trips at the beginning and at the end of our curriculum. We're technically not done with this curriculum and we will continue to work on it next school year. However, I wanted to find a fun way to end this school year. So what did I like about each one of these experiences? Definitely going to Europe and seeing the actual real castles has that extra meaning, where the castle in the US at medieval times is definitely not a real deal. It doesn't look on the outside like a real castle, and it doesn't really look like a real castle on the inside. However, I did like the decorations on the inside. Kids definitely enjoyed it. It's a great experience. Now let's compare the real show of the actual tournament of knights fighting in Europe versus the show at medieval times restaurant. I like them both. I feel like the real knights in Europe, it was definitely fun. It was real. You could tell that they're fighting for real. They're not pretending to hit each other. They're actually doing it. But then the show at the medieval time restaurant had the horses and had all the tricks and jousting. It was definitely a different experience and kids loved that too. After all, if you're learning about the medieval times, I definitely recommend taking some fun field trips to make the history come to life for your kids. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed going on some field trips with us, and see you next time. Bye!